Capricorn, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of September. This is now moving into your summer at the moment. You know, some of you will be moving slightly into autumn in this period. You're full on into your summer, and what a month of September it's going to be. I'm calling it Just Do It in September. And the collective reading, if you haven't seen the collective reading, please do go and have a look at it. It's going to help you to sort of channel your energies into a really beautiful place. I think it's going to be a really good month for you. That's my feeling I'm getting from it. Let's just see how it goes. I hope you have a lovely reading. Thank you very much for being here. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think it's very sociable. It's very engaging. It's very passionate. You're securing your path. You're getting a lot of success in a lot of different areas in your life. This is what the overall energy is trying to sort of bring to you and bring to the party for you. And you are engaging in it in a really beautiful way. You're really proving yourself to yourself and proving yourself to the world around you. It's absolutely beautiful. Really does bode well for the overall energies here. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side, on your karmic path, on your relationship side. You got the Seven of Wands. Well, that's an interesting one. I think because of the success that you're breeding, and this is what the Six of Wands that are left, if you take that wand and say, I'm going to live this life passionately within the relationships that I am connected with, that is a way of sort of saying, you don't have to defend your path. You just have to go ahead and live it. And once you go ahead and live it, then you will really centralize yourself, and you don't have to sort of turn around to people and kind of say, well, I want it to be like this and it should be like this because of this, that and the other. No, you just kind of go, no, I'm doing this. I'm just doing this because this is what happiness is all about. And I think this is what the Knight of Wands, is trying to sort of invoke within you. And you get in the first week is the Queen of Wands. A lot of wands, a lot of passion within your life at the moment, a lot of fire coming into your life at the moment in this month here. Enjoying the moment, engaging in the relationship that really corresponds to you at that moment. So being there, being with that person, not having your attention elsewhere within your mind. The moment you start doing that, that's when you're going to breed a lot of magic within your life. And there's a lot of coincidences that come in that make you just kind of makes life easier for you in the way, because you should be engaging in your pathway. The moment you engage in your pathway, that's when you create a lot of luck for you. And then you get the Page of Wands. Look at this. You've got the Knight of Wands, you've got the Page of Wands, you've got the Queen of Wands. This is creating a court of wands, a court of passions in your life, a very, very passionate engagement within the relationships. This is the start of a passionate journey. And the second week here, exploring all your passions, exploring the beautiful life that you can have with someone else or with the relationships that are around you in a very passionate way. Starting this journey, discovering a lot about how this journey can unfold in front of you after enjoying the passionate moments of being the here and now. And then you've got the Seven of Wands, which is your karmic mission. So you just going ahead and doing it. And the Sun, yes, this is it. This is it, Capricorn. Happiness is on the horizon. And I think by the third week coming up to the equinox, and I will be doing an equinox reading, coming up to the equinox, this is where happiness will really start reigning in your life. A very, very beautiful week. And I think it's because you've chosen to actually follow your pathway and live and be you, be who you are. You've got the sun, obviously shining light on the situation, shining light on your happiness, but the rest of it is just wands at the moment. Let's just see what's going on in week 4. In week 4, you get the Page of Pentacles, so opening up a new journey. So you've opened up this journey in the second week of your passions, and this has brought you a lot of happiness. And now I think you're converting this happiness into concrete situation where it is building and opening the pathway, which is the foundation of a future which is very solid for you, very committed, not only by you but also the people that you are connected with within your relationships. It's planting that seeds, it's understanding that midterm cycle, which is a page is all about. A page is a sort of 9 month sort of cycle, and it could be for some of you that you're becoming a parent. That could well be it, or grandparent, one of the other. But whatever it is, it's opening up a very solid, very physical part of the journey for you in a really, really beautiful way. And it's building a lot of luck for you within your relationships because you are engaged in it passionately. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of side or your material side. On your karmic path, you get the 9 of Pentacles. Everybody's been getting the 9 of Pentacles. It's absolutely amazing. You realizing the good work that you've done in the past, the things that you've had to go through in order to get you where you are, connecting multitudes of different things. So this could be a case of passive earning on lots of different levels, or doing a job that actually brings you a lot more benefits, not just financial benefits, but benefits of time, benefits of space, and benefits of joy of doing what you want. And the possibilities are there. They're right at your fingertips. You can see them gradually, the fruit gradually, the results gradually growing in front of your very eyes in September. And engaging in communication, engaging and being very passionate about where you're going. In the first week of September, it's forgetting the disappointments in the past, I think, more than anything else. This came up in the collective reading as well. None of these other cards really came up in the collective reading, to be honest. But this one certainly did. And I think this is where you have realised now the disappointments of the past will now unify you in your success for tomorrow. And the moment you realise this unification, you can then cross that bridge that is just there and then head towards that city, which is exploring a whole new way of living, a whole new possibilities, a whole new sort of market in a way, you know what I mean? A whole new sort of, a whole new sort of cycle in your life. But you've got to look to the forward, don't look to the back. Got to look to the future, don't look to the past. Look in front of you, don't look behind you, basically. In week 2, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Sorry. Wands again. Carrying too much. This is a very strong possibility. This is where I started saying, realizing those passive incomes that are all around you. I think you are carrying a lot. I think you've accumulated a lot. But it's also the 10 of Wands is coming to the end of a journey in a way, coming to a goal, a place. It's almost as if like you've crossed over that bridge, you've gone to that town, and you're bringing a lot of assets with you. And I don't think it's necessarily that you're carrying a lot, but you're bringing a lot to market. And because you're bringing it a lot to market, you've got a lot of things to sell, which is going to bring you those rewards going forward. So I think you've learned a lot on your path and your journey. And in the second week here, yes, you probably realize you're carrying a lot upon your shoulders, but at the same time, you can then start, releasing what you're carrying on your shoulders in a very positive and profitable way. And then you get to the 9 of Cups. And this is what you realize. I think with this carrying of what you've got, this knowledge, this information, this understanding that is the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, blimey, 10 of Wands, you realize you're carrying a lot. You realize you've got a lot of assets with you. And now in the third week, this is where you're converting it into possibilities. And these are that 9 of Pentacles that have grown into the actual fruits, which are now becoming available to you in the third week. The ultimate connection of passive incomes, or how this job starts really paying for you in a multitude of ways going forward. In the fourth week, you get the 4 of Pentacles. The funny thing is the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups was in the collective reading in the 4th week. I think now that you're getting that success, it's not like you're trying to hold on to it desperately. I think it's more a case of you realizing that now I've got success, how do I engage that success in a very wise and productive way? So spending your time, your money, your effort in a very fortuitous way, in a very productive way. So not just spending your money willy-nilly, just throwing it about, your success, throwing it about. Being very wise and regal, you know, royal in how you sort of like engage in the in your success, basically, and just not, you're not going to suffer fools gladly in the future. You know, you might have been through a lot in order to get to where you are. So if someone turns up and sort of says, oh, I just want this, and kind of think, well, I've had to go through a lot to get to where I am, and it's served me really well in order to get where I am. And I think you need to also struggle, or you need to try to get to where you are. I'm not just going to give it to you on a platter. And I think that's a good attitude to have. It's a bit of a 6 of Pentacles attitude to have. And I think this attitude where you can bring it into others, you can help other people revere in a way your success, which will help them, because they're going to sort of look at you and kind of go, Capricorn, I want that success as well. And I think this is what is coming into you, and it's come through a massive offer in the past, and it allows you to get engaged in what you're creating, basically. Let's just clarify with the Light Seers cards. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your support that you give this channel. Liking, commenting, subscribing, but also sharing. That's really good. There's also links in the description below where you can book up a private reading with myself. There's also an email for the workshops I'm doing in the UK, in the US, in Australia. Just drop me an email, tell me where you are in the world, and I'll tell you where your local workshop is happening. And those workshops are all to do with energy. Thank you, Capricorn, for being here. Thank you very much for your support. Let's just go on with the clarification. Yeah, the moment you start securing that pathway, that you engage with the world around you in a very sociable sort of sense, in a very active, in a very fiery sort of sense, it's going to bring harmony and justice to you. You're going to get your just desserts as well. And I think the overall energy is bringing you to this. I think the overall energy is kind of sort of said, you've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, Capricorn, in order to get to where you are. And now you're going to be bossing it up and living it full time. And as you boss it up and live it full time, you know, you're going to feel you're in your just place. With the 7 of Wands, you get the 10 of Swords. Actually, a really good card, the 10 of Swords, for me personally. It just means that there's whatever's been really niggling you, causing you pain, destruction, heartache within your relationships in the past has come to an end. And you have realised this, and this is where you're sort of saying, I don't need to defend my path on my connections or my relationships with anybody. I just need to have my relationships with the people that I want to have it with, and you know, in a good way. And that could be sort of like friends, family, and stuff like that. But if you want to be with someone, it's sort of saying, look, I'm not going to go through pussyfooting around. I'm going to tell you straight, I want you, you know, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's what's going to help you stand your ground and stand in your pathway. And, you know, any pain in the past has come to an end. Let's see what goes to the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is playing smart. You know, getting engaged in the situation you're with. So when you're with someone, really being with that person. And that's what playing smart's all about. It's moving away from any sort of game playing as well, I think, here, because you're going to be very matter-of-fact about it, very matter-of-fact about your passions as well. You're just going after your happiness, basically, and you want people around you who also want to be happy, and that's what your playing smart is all about. With your Page of Wands, you get the Page of Wands. No need to explain it. Yes, opening up that new pathway with passions, exploring it, the happiness that is building up within you comes through your passions, comes through your absolute delights. Let's just see what's going on with the Sun card here. What is this happiness all about? You are manifesting this. You are creating this by standing your ground, letting go of all the painful stuff in the past, playing smart, engaging in your passions, and you are now starting to manifest your happiness. And you know how to manifest your happiness in regards to your relationships around you. So it's not a problem for you. It's no longer guilt tripped. You don't have a guilt trip life. You know, you're really opening up to your happiness. With the page of, opening up to your happiness, the Page of Pentacles, you now get the 10 of Cups. Happiness after difficulty. You've walked through that rain, saw that rainbow, headed towards it, and now you see the world for what it really is, the reality of the situation, and it makes you happy because it's real. And this is where you're converting ideals, you're manifesting happiness into real physical situation by the end of the month. If you're looking for love, you are going to manifest it by the 3rd week and 4th week by engaging with your passions. An absolutely beautiful, concrete situation which is going to last, a long time for you. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. What's the 9 of Cups is all about? Change of fortunes, yes. This is that opportunity I was talking about in the last week readings as well. This massive opportunity which is on the cusp is now here. And now it's here, you can see all these potentials. These passive earnings, this is what I'm getting. Passive earnings from multitude of different aspects. And this passive earnings could be like, you're doing a job, you're getting paid the same amount as money you were being paid before, but you work, say, 15 hours less a week. So you've got a lot more time for you. And this is what this change of fortune is all about. And it comes out of you having to go through disappointment. And now you're heading towards that 2 of Cups and engaging in it. Working, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Do it in September. This is what the collective thing was all about. Just going ahead and doing it. Auspicious September. Really activating your pathway, just engaging with it in a very physical way, planting those seeds for a bright new tomorrow, your continual success going forward. What's with this 10 of Wands? I think it's personally a lot of knowledge and understanding that you're bringing to your career path or your material world, a lot of assets to you. Yeah, you got a rite of passage. I think that you understand that you've had to do a lot in order to get there. You've been carrying a lot in order to get there. The world is recognizing this, what you've done, this engagement that you've made in life. And with that engagement that you've made in life, all of a sudden, you've now got that rite of passage. You've got that right to go ahead and do it and be that person. There is no doubt about it. And then once you start doing that, that's when you start noticing the opportunities that are around you in the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Cups, sorry. So don't look to the past. Don't look for justification from the past. Don't look for righteous justification. There may be multitudes of people that's not going to be able to understand it. Just head towards what is, providing, or the opportunities that are opening for you. Just leave any opportunities that were in the past that didn't work, and so then you can invest your time wisely and fruitfully in the future, and physically engaging in it really more than anything else. Yeah, and it frees you up totally, sets you free from what you were doing before. Because you get a good look at yourself, you understand what's going on. Once you understand yourself, it's much easier for you to actually place yourself in the world in a very wise way. So you actually spend your money in a way that's worthwhile and that gives you the results that you feel is justified in multitudes of ways. And it's going to make you feel incredibly freed up. Absolutely beautiful reading, Capricorn. Really got to do it. Just live it in September. Just do it. Really just do it. there you go. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your support that you give this channel. Really do appreciate it. I'll see you at the weekend for your weekly readings. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.